Welcome back to another video, all you hardworking men and women. It's time to clock in, guys. And today, in this video, I want to talk about WFF stock. I completely skipped the breakout on that bad boy today. And in this video, I want to explain why and give you one simple thing that you can look for in every single breakout. From tracking over 4,000 plus breakouts over the past 15 months, I've found has a massive direct correlation to win rate. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. My name is Andrew. And for the past 15 months, I have backtested over 4,000 plus breakouts and tracked over 15 different variables to go along with that. And here's my whole reason why. I want to know what truly works in this market. I don't want to believe Joe, Billy Bob, or anybody else. I want to know exactly what works in this market based off the historical data that I tracked. So 15 months ago, I made the decision to start tracking it myself. And by doing that, I've been able to find 5 setups that have averaged around a 65 to 70% win rate. And I live trade those every single day with my one-on-one students. Now today, WFF was not on the pre-market watch list. As you can see, this one had no volume in pre-market whatsoever. And then later on in the day, we get this first 5-minute candle that pops here. And then right after that, guys, every single 5-minute candle, this is just halt city. If I actually put my mouse over these candles, you can see we started to run at 10:35, and then we got halted for 10 minutes. This opens up at 10:45, then 10:55, then 11, then 11:10. So it's getting halted for 5 to 10 minutes straight. And then finally right here, we open up at 11:20 and close right here at 5:59. And then this is what I'm always looking for on the 5-minute time frame, which is at least one red candle on the 5-minute time frame. And what that allows me to do is set what I call a breakout level, which is a level of resistance. Because in theory, what you'll hear is generic advice is if we have a level of resistance and we break above that level, that is a sign that buyers are in control and we could continue that move to the upside. By tracking all of this data, I wanted to put that to the test. So my system is whenever we get a 5-minute candle that pulls back here, I always set a resistance level at the body of the candle, not the wick. Now, my reasoning for that is I don't have a phenomenal reason. If I could go back in time, to be completely honest with you, I would have backtested both to see which one is actually more profitable. I would have backtested the wick and the body of the candle. But over the 4,000 plus breakouts that I tracked, I use the body of the candle as my resistance level. And a lot of traders actually use that. It's not something that's uncommon. So I'll put my breakout level right here at 559. Now, once we get this breakout level at 559, when I started tracking, I needed what's called a trigger. A trigger is something that happens in the market that tells me to start tracking this stock. And for me, that was after I set a breakout level. I needed a 5-minute candle to close above that breakout level. And that's exactly what happened right here on WFF today. And this happened, this is very important. You want to know what time frame it happened. This happened right here at 11:30. Now, this right here ended up being over a 15% plus pullback. And typically, my risk on these trades would be around 15%. It would have hit stop loss right here. And then later on, it bounced. But this right here is what you call a fake out. Now, we did bounce later on, but I want to show you the stats behind this and something that you could look for. The reason why I didn't trade WFF today is for one simple reason. The one thing that has a massive direct correlation to win rate is what happens on the 1-minute time frame. So let me make this dashboard a little bit bigger here, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what matters. The first thing is going to be the time frame. Time frame really matters, and what I found is pre-market is not consistent at all. If you truly want consistent profits for me, I trade from 9 a.m. all the way till 12 p.m. That's when I live trade with my students every day, not because I love that time frame, but because it's been most consistent. So I'm going to save you some time here. We'll click on 9 a.m. to 9:30. We'll click on 9:30 to 10. But one time frame that has not done well within that 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. EST time frame is from 10:01 to 10:30. If I click on that, that's going to drop down win rate. So I'm just going to leave that out here. And then we'll do 10:30 to 11, and we'll do 11 and 12. And again, I would have never known this if I didn't start backtesting the data. I'd have no idea how time actually impacts win rate for these breakouts. And I still can't believe to this day how people trade with no data. I don't know how the hell I did it because this has impacted my trading so much. So from time frame, 2 other things that I found have a massive direct correlation to win rate. It's going to be free float and market cap. And free float is even more important than the market cap. Specifically, I'm looking for stocks that have a free float below 10 million, but I will trade stocks that have a free float below 50 million. So right here, we'll put 10 to 50 million. We'll do 1 to 10 million. Those are the 2 separate categories. And we'll also include below 1 million as well. We'll come over here to market cap, get rid of all the big market caps. From what I found, if we want 10 to 15% moves, we need to have a market cap that's below 50 million. So I'll select 10 to 50 million. Let's go to 1 to 10. We'll click on below 1 million. And now you can see we're down to 922 trades. Now, as I've filtered through these things, you can see that the win rate went from around, I believe, 44% up to around 50%. And then this is representative. Let me make this a little bit smaller just so you can see here. This is representative if you bought at the close of this 5-minute candle. And the reason why I say I don't know how people trade with data is because when I first started tracking this, this is a breakout that I used to take. When the 5-minute candle closed above this breakout level, I used to take this setup right here. When in reality, this was about a 50-50 setup. You know, you don't have much of an edge here if you're buying at the close of these 5-minute candles. So I would never buy at the close of the 5-minute candle. I look for further confirmation, which I'm going to go over in this video. So outside of time frame, free flow, market cap, I hope you got your paper and your pen and you're writing this down. What I started to do is called a multi-time frame analysis. My question was, if we're breaking out on the 5-minute time frame, I want to zoom into the 1-minute time frame and I want to see what's going on. So this 5-minute candle closes at 11:30. So if I zoom into the 1-minute time frame, the two candles that I had the most questions about is if we confirm breakout at 11:30, I want to know, number one, what is the 11:30 1-minute candle doing? Is it currently trending green or is it red? And then what does the next 1-minute candle do? And does that have a direct correlation to win rate? Because maybe I can just get in at the next candle instead of getting in at the 5-minute candle close. And what I found, if we come over here and make this a little bit bigger here, I'm going to show you, is was the 1-minute candle trending green into breakout is the question. So if we put yes right here, you'll see that win rate goes up ever so slightly. If you put no right here, you can see it drops down to 49%. So that first 1-minute candle trending green into breakout, it doesn't have a massive direct correlation to win rate. Not as much as I was hoping for, but I still continue to track it. And then the next thing that I tracked is, did the next 1-minute candle close green after breakout? Yes or no? And watch what happens when I click yes right here. We go from 50% all the way up to a 67% win rate for a 15% take profit. So if that next 1-minute candle closes green after we get confirmation of a breakout, there is a 67.6% chance that that bad boy is going to go for at least 15%. And that's over the past 297 trades. 201 of them have run for at least 15%. Now, if we go right here and we click on no, you'll see that only 35% of those actually go and run for 15%. And this is with a 15% stop loss. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller here. We'll zoom back into the WFF stock and we'll take a look at those two candles. So right here, we have the 11:30 candle. This one closed green. So I know it slowly lowers the win rate, or just ever so slightly lowers the win rate. And then this next candle was the big one. And then this is the one right here at 11:31 right here that closed red. And when that bad boy closed red, I knew that there was only about a 39% chance that it was going to go pop for 15%. So in reality, if we just measure this out here, if you would have taken this breakout right here and would have entered at the confirmation of that candle, if I come up here to trend line and I just measure that out, how much did that pull back? That pulled back 25.8%. I never risk more than 20% in a trade. I'm definitely not going to be risking 28% on a trade. So more than likely, if you would have taken that breakout, you would have got faked out. And the one thing you could start looking for is zooming into the 1-minute candle when we get confirmation on the 5-minute time frame, which is exactly what I do. I zoom into the 1-minute time frame, and for me to take a breakout so that I know I have a clear edge, I want both of those 1-minute candles to close green. So I want the 11:30 a.m. candle to close green and the 11:31 a.m. candle to close green. To give you a real life example, the stock that I did trade today was WOK. So let's zoom into the 5-minute time frame here. So we get the first pullback on the 5-minute time frame right here at 9:45. This 5-minute candle closes above that level right here at 9:50. So we want to zoom into the 1-minute time frame and take a look at the 9:50 1-minute candle and look at the 9:51. So we have 9:50 right here trending green, 9:51 also trending green. Boom, we make this move up to 318. I answered right here at the close of the 9:51 candle, and I went for a quick 15% move, and it ended up popping well over 16%. I was able to get out and take profit right there on that bad boy. So that's something that you can look for on every single breakout, guys. Hope this video was valuable. If it was, comment down below and let me know. I'll see you in the next video.